You're watching Explore Tulsa.
Working with this team here, like all the managers, we've gone to cons together, we play games in the board game group together, and it's one of the most solid and enriching experiences I've ever had as a human, because we have such a solid group of people who all believe that this is going to work. So I got into games in my youth with my family. We get total gaming family. Eventually I hit this kind of magical year in the 7th grade where I got into basically music through band, mathematics, and woodworking. And to this day, I've still been active in all 3 of those endeavors. So mathematics provides a great groundwork for gaming. And so that's kind of what kind of kept me going. And also I kept playing Dungeons & Dragons through college. So RPGs, or Dungeons & Dragons is a specific type of RPG. That's how I got into gaming in particular. This collection started in my house with roughly 250 games or so forth at its height. And then this whole thing basically grew out of a board game group that I had met the general manager, Brent Esley, here through another board game group, and then we kind of formed our own board game group, and it slowly grew, and then we started having all these kind of events around town where we would go to the library, different bars and restaurants, outdoor places, and just have pop-up random gaming extravaganzas under our business name of the Boardroom at the time, eventually becoming Shuffles. And so that was kind of a guerrilla marketing tactic to help us get kind of a foothold and see if there was traction to see if this would work. Brent and I traveled around the country looking at other board game cafes. Most board game cafes that we shind don't have as many services as we have. So for example, we have a full restaurant, and then we have a full bar program. Matt Shipley is my chef. He's running the restaurant portion. Nick Flores is the bar manager. So for example, we have 60 beers, lots of local beers, several craft cocktails. All our fruit juices are fresh. All our syrups are made in-house and so forth. We have a full espresso program. Nick also manages that with house-made syrups and so on. We have a full retail program, and Emily Gardner manages the retail program, as long as our game navigators and our event planning and parties and so forth, and caterings. So when a lot of people come in, they're non-gamers, they come in, they're overwhelmed by the collection here. It's 800 games, street value about 40K. So they don't know what to play. They have this idea of I used to play Monopoly in the day. Well, we have Monopoly, but we also have all these other games. So if you like Monopoly, you might try Suburbia. So we have this kind of correlation matrix that shows if you like this classic game, then you might like this modern game. We can take someone like you, and in 30 seconds, we can have you going on a game you'll play for the next hour or 2. Very simple rules, lots of fun being had the entire time. The whole thing for me is, man, even when we just had game nights at my house, I always wanted to I like being a good host, I like people having fun, and I just enjoy that kind of atmosphere that is brought on by revelry and rivalry and fellowship and all that, just around a common theme. And to get people kind of off their phones and out of this electronic media in today's day and age can be a challenge. And we've done it. You come in here on a Friday or Saturday night, and these tables are all full with no one on their phone. I mean, people will be on their phone sporadically here and there, and that's fine. But by and large, predominantly they're engaged in the game. And these games are just, they're metaphors for all kinds of different things. And so, you might have some sort of friction in certain relationships in groups of people or in interpersonal relationships. In a game, that stuff can be cast aside or even worked out. A lot of psychologists use games in therapy. Where I get paid really is by watching that happen. That's where you get paid. Just like in the furniture business, you get paid when you make something and you stand back and it's done. You're like, that's powerful. People are reliving their childhoods. People are reconnecting with their families. People are they're gleeful. There's just uproarious laughter that just randomly popping out. Each little table is a vignette for a story, this group of friends or this family coming in. So it's very powerful.